There are many places on the planet that are rightfully considered to be among the snowiest locations. In Aomori, Japan, it is impossible to leave the house in winter without a shovel. In Sapporo, Japan, they hold a snow sculpture festival. Old ski fans go to Chamonix in France. One American city even won the Golden Snowball Award several years in a row. What other cities are the snowiest ones, and for what else are they outstanding? The first place for snowfall in the land of the rising sun is the northern city of Aomori. Every November the city is hit with heavy snowfalls caused by cold Siberian winds. At the same time, the local snow is not quite ordinary. It is salty because it is formed from seawater. Each local resident has a whole set of shovels because during the winter period, they have to deal with snow almost constantly. It is common to see doors and windows blocked with snow. Nevertheless, the city is popular among winter sports enthusiasts, and not just them. In addition to the fact that it has the perfect snow cover for skiers and snowboarders, it also has some of the tastiest and freshest seafood in the area. The signature dish here is nakdon, which is rice with various toppings that you can choose for yourself and taste tuna, octopus, or even sea urchin. Sapporo, Japan, another Japanese city that is considered one of the snowiest. Every year it holds an ice sculpture festival, also known as the Yuki Matsuri Snow Festival. The tradition of holding a week-long snow sculpture festival began 70 years ago when high school students from a local school built several animal figures. The townspeople were so inspired that since that time, they would build something similar every year at the beginning of February. The city is not so famous, although it is one of the 5 largest in the country. It was, however, mentioned by the Japanese writer Haruki Murakami in his book Dance, Dance, Dance. The main character of the book goes exactly to Sapporo. There's special local food here as well, curry soup or miso ramen, which is ideal in a snowy place because it helps keep you warm. Chamonix, France. Even in Europe, there is a place where you can experience the atmosphere of a winter fairy tale. The French town of Chamonix, or Cham, as the locals affectionately call it, is located at an altitude of 1,035 meters at the foot of Mont Blanc. The location of the city is quite favorable. It is only 88 kilometers away from Geneva Airport and only 15 kilometers to the Italian border. One of the local tourist spots here is the mountain peak Aiguille du Midi, which means midday peak in French. It gets its name from the fact that if you look at the peak from Chamonix at noon, the sun is directly over the peak. But from the Aiguille du Midi itself, at 3,777 meters, you can admire the Swiss, French, and Italian Alps, and you can also take a train to the Mer de Glace, a glacier of the French Alps. Syracuse, USA. American Syracuse has won the Golden Snowball Award several times, which is an annual award given in New York State to the city with the most snowfall. By the way, part of the city is snowy, also because of the salt reserves, which were discovered in 1786. Thus, the city was then the center of the saltworks, and that is where its name comes from. The Italian city of Syracuse was also once surrounded by salt and also served as the center of the saltworks. Walking through the streets of American Syracuse in winter, you can get the feeling that you are on the set of an American Christmas movie. Speaking of movies, actor Tom Cruise was born here and Richard Gere studied here. Saguenay, Canada. The city in the Canadian province of Quebec got its name after the Kingdom of Saguenay, whose inhabitants were people with white skin and blonde hair. Supposedly, it was a temporary settlement of Scandinavians. Today, the city is populated with around 150,000 people, and, in fact, there is not much to do here except for swimming in snowdrifts and making snowmen. The city is mostly engaged in timber processing, which is the main sector of the city's economy. but sometimes there is so much snow that any work stops. Rothenburg and Tauber, Germany. It is another European city that has preserved the architecture of the Middle Ages, which makes you feel like the main character of a Christmas postcard. The city is even called the capital of German Christmas. When the Christmas fairs begin, people walk along the streets drinking mulled wine, singing songs, and taking papers with wishes and fortunes from strangers. There is also the so-called Christmas village, with several houses connected to each other, inside which there is a store and a Christmas museum. In the museum, you can admire a variety of Christmas decorations, including ones not only from modern Germany, but also from other countries and eras. That was the top 6 snowiest cities in the world. What city would you add to the list? Share your thoughts in the comments. Also, don't forget to check out other videos on our channel and smapse.com website to stay up to date on education abroad and other topics.